And welcome everybody to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations, bringing the best content for the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake and I'm a real world flight dispatcher and bring a little more context to your flight simulating experience. And today we're going to go putt around in the Pmdg 737 because we haven't flown it in a hot minute, and kind of use it as a little bit of a refresher on the 7.3 and all of the Delta flows and briefings and checklists and stuff that I learned back in World Flight. Yep, so pretty straightforward today. We're going to be flying Delta Flight 1004 from Minneapolis down to Detroit. Both airports are quite gusty, so should make a fun little approach into Detroit. Maybe even a sexy takeoff as well. You know, love it when you're trucking down the runway. You come off the runway and the airplane kicks to the side. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of that action today. As always, first things first, huge shout out to all the channel members, and that's going to be Dustin, Callie Simmer, Marco, Image Seeker, Kyle Lewis, Shadow Dark, D Champ, Wes Burson, Mickey D Mike, Captain Nate, Josh Sioux Falls, Hillbilly Gypsy, and AJJ. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. Greatly appreciate y'all so very much. And we got Callie Simmer in the chat. Callie, hope you're doing well, my dear. Congratulations on a successful purchase of the WinWing FMS and McDo. I don't know how many of y'all purchased any of those units last night, but let me tell you what, it is a hard fight every time that WinWing comes out with something. Seems like it takes about 2 hours of battling their website crashing due to all of the traffic. When I purchased the ethos panels for the FCU, it took about 2 hours just because the website kept crashing, but once the website was up, you could purchase with no problem. Last night was a little bit opposite. Last night I was able to get the 3 units that I purchased. I got the A320, 737, and the 777 only because I wanted the 777 since it's identical to the 75 whenever Bluebird drops. Took about 10 minutes to get all 3 in the cart, but from there it was a battle with PayPal. I guess WinWing did not let PayPal know that they were going to be releasing, some new hardware, and PayPal started limiting or slowing down services, shit like that. So I think Callie and I both clicked the PayPal button about 20,000 times over the course of about 2 hours. I went through a total of 3 separate orders. The first one timed out and canceled. The second one actually paid, went through, but then WinWing went and I guess like accidentally canceled it because they were extending everybody's order times, to which you would get to pay from 15 minutes to 24 hours. So I had to make 3 separate orders, but nonetheless, super stoked that I was able to get the 320, 737, and then the 777 on pre-order. So can't wait for those units to come in. I think my DIY 737 has not necessarily kicked the bucket. I think I know what's wrong with it, but I don't feel like opening it up and fixing it for the 3rd time. So I'm just going to wait till my WinWing stuff comes in, and then we'll start bringing the camera back down this way to kind of look at those units. So anyways, so I felt like you and I summited Mount Everest and lived to tell the tale 100%. It was definitely a battle, to say the least, but I'm glad that I had you to go through it with me. So anyways, gonna be a quick little flight today. Now later on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I will be a guest on podcast tonight with Mickey Mike, Owls, CST Gaming, and I can't remember the other guy's name. I think he's newer to the streaming game. Whenever I find that link, I'll make sure to drop it into Discord so that y'all can join if you like. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I'm just kind of showing up, and we're going to talk flight sim, probably talk dispatch. I would imagine like my new role will come up, things of that nature. So if y'all aren't doing anything tonight at 9 o'clock, come hang out with us. I'm sure it'll be a good time. Also, for the record, I do not have the Boris AudioWorks 737 early release shit for this airplane, so it is not going to be Boris AudioWorks, but I do have FT Sim Sound Pack installed, and I'll find that link as of right now. But anyways, when I find the link, I'll make sure to get it to you guys if y'all would like to come and hang out with us tonight. DJ, what's going on, man? Great to see you, dude. Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. You're watching Mike and you at the same time. He said that earlier. Yeah, I jumped in about that same time. I think that's what reminded him. I can't remember the other guy's name though. There's a fourth guy. Oh, that's awesome. 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm like, hell yeah. Would love to see you there. All right, let's jump to it. Get to the cockpit. We'll get this thing awoken and alive, and then we'll start the boarding process. And we're going to treat this like the first flight of the day, so we'll go through all those items. Alright. We're going to mock airspeed test, flight data recorder test. IRS is into a line. Le flanc. Goddamn, can stay off. Let's see. It's been a hot minute since I've flown a 7.3. Ground power is on. Keep that all off. Get a little panel lighting. A little sexy lighting up in here. Our emergency exit light. Seatbelt signs can stay off for now until we get our fuel. Window heats. Come on. Probe heat will even off. Hydraulics. Electric pumps can stay off. See over to the pneumatic panel. Leave that as is for now. We're going to be cruising at 37,000 feet. And our airport elevation. Keep accidentally highlighting. 645 feet.
Runway awareness. Okay. Feet.
Alright. Flying from the right side, so we'll get that ignition over to the right side. Logo, come on. And our nav's being steady. All this should be relatively set with flight directors on. Using my Windwing EFIS FCU to control the MCP. My first time doing that. Let's see, coming on down. Test our lights. Set our IRS position. We are in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And we'll keep the tests coming. That looks good. We'll come back to the radios here in a little bit. Test on the cargo looks good. In our nav radios, we've got 108.0, so that we don't pick up any false frequencies that we don't want. Radio control panels are all set, and audio control panels are set. Come back to the transponder once we get our clearance. Do our TCAS test. TCAS test passed. Now we'll do our chip whiz and check that oxygen.
Light slow. Pull up.
Red Eye 7.3, what's going on, man?
Wind shear.
Welcome to the 737-900. Very happy to have you aboard. But I'm not hearing as much of the pass-through as it should be. Pass-through in these headphones suck. There's virtually none. Alright. Before we get that far, let's go through the flight plan together. Alright, so we are Delta 1004. We're going to be flying on Beyond ATC today. Today is the 17th of January 2025. I'm flying out of Minneapolis. Due to be out at 21:15. Might be a little bit late. I had to start the stream a little bit later than I wanted to. Once I loaded in the first time, it was not detecting the hardware, so I had to restart the computer. We are on aircraft number 912 Delta Uniform. It is a 737-900. We are going to be going to Detroit, and we're due to be on at 22:52 Zulu. This is release ID number 1, and Jeff Cabana is our dispatcher, who is a buddy of mine and real-life Delta Airlines dispatcher. We have no dispatcher marks, so thanks Jeff for keeping us in the loop. We're going to be traveling a total of 511 nautical miles. Our average wind component is a tailwind of 58 knots. And we're burning $170 for every 1,000 pounds of gas. We're flying CI 57 at 37,000 feet. Airport reference point is north 4452 and west 09313. We can cross-check that down here. So airport reference point in the FMS 4452.9, which cross-checks with west 9313.3, which also cross-checks. And I forgot to do this. Alrighty, continuing on. Again, cruising at 37,000 feet. Temperature up there is minus 58. The temperature deviation, or ISA deviation, is minus 1. Triple pause, 36,000 feet. So above 36,000 feet, the air starts to warm up. Zero fuel weight, 125 out of 140.3. Takeoff weight 140.2 out of 153.1. And our landing weight's 133.4 out of 146.3. So all of our weights are good. Plan on departing off runway 30 left, arriving 22 right. Gonna be 1 hour and 13 minutes from wheels up to wheels down. We've got our 45 minutes reserve fuel. We are carrying an alternate of Cleveland due to the gusty winds in Detroit. Our main required takeoff fuel is 14.3. And also to note, we have 20 minutes of contingency fuel, which comes out to 18 or 1,800 pounds. Good God. SimBrief gave us 900 pounds of taxi fuel. And that's going to give us a planned takeoff fuel of 15.2. I'm sorry, that's extra 10 minutes, 903 pounds. Our taxi fuel, sorry, is 500 pounds. So it's going to give us total gate fuel of 15.7. That's a total of 3 hours and 17 minutes of endurance. Planning to land with 8.4. It's an hour and 43 minutes of gas in Detroit. For Cleveland, again, Cleveland's our alternate. 114 nautical miles, 28 minutes to get there, and 2.4 on the burn. Route today, we on the Cuddle 7 departure, Delta Lima Lima transition, then Portal, Rock City 2 arrival. Weather at our ETA, getting there again at 22:52 Zulu. We're going to be looking at an hour before, hour after time of arrival, and if we have less than 2,000 foot ceilings or 3 miles on the viz, we do require an alternate. So we'll be looking at these top 2 lines, starting at 1800 Zulu. Winds 200 at 15, gusting 25, greater 6 statute miles, scattered at 25,000. And then, shortly before we get there, on 2300 line, winds 180 at 13, gusting 20, greater than 6 statute miles, scattered at 4,500, overcast 12,000. So we do not require an alternate, but we do have one for the gusty winds. If we had to bug out and go to Cleveland, weather in Cleveland is about the same. Winds from the south at 14 knots, gusting 22 knots, greater than 6 statute miles, and the sky is clear. Currently here in Minneapolis, winds 290 at 19, gusting, 290 at 12, gusting 19. 10 statute miles, few at 2,000, broken 10,000, broken 20,000, temperatures 3, dew point -3, and altimeters 2947. So all that looks good. I shalleth sign my name that I agree with this flight plan. And here I'm gonna make some little fuel notes. So our planned gate fuel was 15.7. Required takeoff is 14.3. So our bug out fuel would be 3.3 plus 2.5. Just call it 6,000. And then a RMF of 8.4. Cool. Now looking at Foreflight, just kind of briefly look over the route, see if there's any, thunderstorms, pyreps, that kind of thing. And route looks relatively good. Coming out, we do have some pyreps. Let's see what we got here. At 20,000 feet, Embraer 175 reported in the climb icing light rime. Yep, during the climb. That's what, if y'all can even see this, DURC means during climb. Got some more down here. Light rime icing, not a big deal. So we'll make sure that we have the engine anti-ice on for any visible moisture that we climb through. Here during the descent, Cessna 414, so I don't care about that. Moderate turbulence, but for them, they're much smaller, lighter aircraft, so they're kicked around a lot more than us. Everything else looks fine. Cool. Blow that back up to full screen. Get that boarding process started, and we're going to get Beyond ATC fired up, get our clearance, program the jet, and then get gone. What's going on, Shadow? Great to see you, dude. My man, Captain Chemtrails. How's it going, my friend? Hope y'all are doing amazing. Cali Crew chain. Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely gotta start scraping the rust off. It has been a minute. How are we looking on this second camera? Usually the app will die and I have to restart it. 7322. Why is my radio not on? That would be what? Merge and 737 com. There we go. 332.
Sun Country 315, read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Minneapolis clearance, Delta 1004 requesting IFR to Detroit. Processing speech, it says. Maybe it can't understand my...
Delta 1004, Minneapolis clearance, cleared to Detroit Metro Waynco Airport. Colt 7 departure, Del's VOR transition, then as filed. Maintain 5,000 feet, departure frequency 124.7, squawk 5741.
Alright, cleared to Detroit Airport via the Colt 7 departure, Del's transition, then is filed. Found 5,000, departure frequencies 124.7, squawk 5741, Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for push or start.
Contact ground on 121.9, ready push and start, Delta 1004. Alright.
Delta 2266, Minneapolis clearance, cleared to LaGuardia.
And they are boarding up out there.
Departure with the Del's VOR transition, then is filed. Maintain 5,000, departure frequency
Insane, what's going on, man? Welcome aboard, great to see you, dude.
5022.
Kyle,
Delta
man, how's it going?
2266, read back correct.
And also glad to finally catch you stream live. Man, glad to finally have you join with us. I'm not the most consistent in my streams, so that's probably why it's been a minute. Cracks open notepad and pen to take notes. Shit. Alright. Routes. Minneapolis. Oh, that's going to annoy me. And we are headed to Detroit. We are the infamous Delta 1004. Planning on departing runway 30 left. Hopefully that's what we get. Could be 30
Delta
right.
715, Minneapolis clearance, cleared to Chicago O'Hare. Zembro 7 departure with the Nodine transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency 125.75. Squawk 2003. Delta 715, read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Let's see. I was Zulu. 22 right. And I want the Valley transition. And we got Valley twice.
United 572, Minneapolis clearance, cleared to Chicago O'Hare. Zembro 7 departure with the Zembro transition, then is filed. Climb
Not
via
sure if it
SID,
auto-loaded
maintain
for me.
5,000. Departure frequency 125.75. Squawk 4052.
Planned at 125.
United 572, read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Fuel, we got 6,000 on board. It has not given us no gas. Gonna need some gas. If you ain't got no gas, you ain't gonna get with you on go. 15.7. Gotta get gassy. Alright, zero fuel weight 125.1. Perfect. Reserve fuel 3.2. Cost index of 57. Top climb winds 259 at 80. Outside air temp is minus 58. Let's get that, and we'll come over here, get our perf. Minneapolis 30 left. I'm gonna switch to ground and see what they're giving them. That'll help us get ahead of the game a little bit. Flap config will run optimal. Rating optimal, any ice. ATIS is saying 555. We'll do engine any ice on. Cross check that. It's probably newer than what's in the flight plan. As of 20:53 Zulu, winds 310 at 26, gusting 33. 10 statute miles, scattered at 3,500, scattered 10,000, broken 18,000, 25,000, temperature 3, 2 point minus 6, altimeter 2949.
Delta 2677, Minneapolis ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Alright, so it's going to be 36 TO2. We'll go climb 1. Takeoff. Flaps 5. Trim 4.68. What does this give us? Sweet. And then 40, 41, 48. Alright, runway heading, it's 121, up to 5,000. Come back, planning on 30 left, it's going to be the same course heading. Hopefully the next thing that comes to comes from WinWing will be the Boeing MCP and EPIS panels. This scrolling gets old. Let me tell you. Frequency is 110.3. That is in the standby for you to come back.
Delta 2677, runway tree 0 left, taxi via Bravo, Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1. Delta 1738, Minneapolis ground, pushback and engine start approved, face southwest.
Looks like they're getting 30 left, which is what we want. All right. Little pre-flight checklist. Interior and exterior inspections complete. Circuit breakers are checked. Nav display switches. Normal auto. Passenger signs are on. Window heat on. Engine bleeder switches on. Pressurization panel is set. Pressurization mode selector is in auto. MCP is set. Oxygen masks checked. Altimeters 2949. Now, in the spirit of Shadow being here, I'll never forget that. I don't know why that tickles me so much. Oh man. Clover Rocks, how's it going, my friend? How's the Logitech radio panel? Been thinking of picking one up for a bit. Is there any other program that you need to make it work better for airline?
Delta 1738.
Or show the last
runway
tree
0 left taxi
so I have one,
5,
and
Delta Bravo Alpha.
I never use
Alpha
it.
1,
I have the radio panel I'm using now is a little 737 radio panel I got off of Etsy. I would recommend that over the Logitech. I don't like the Logitech, and from what as far as I know, you can't see the last 3 digits with the Logitech. So I have one, but like I said, I don't use it. I've seen other people using it for a lot of other different things, but to me, it's not very easy on the eyes either. It's kind of it's kind of ugly, at least for my setup. So I would suggest the one on Etsy, but it's quite pricey for what it is. When I got it, it was a lot cheaper, and I think the dude was selling a ton of them, so he jacked that price up to like $300 for just a little radio panel. Mo Aviator, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you, dude. FO Pilot Death, what is happening, brother? Welcome aboard, everybody. Hope y'all doing well. See, flight nav instruments are checked. Warning and annunciator lights are checked. Speed brake is down. Takeoff warning checked and closed. Engine start levers are cut off. Stab trim cutout switches are normal. Fire warning has been checked. Radio's transponders are set. Radar is off. Rudder and aileron trim. That's what's the call out for that? Yep, free and 0. Park and brake is set. Flight attendant brief. We'll say we talked to him. Departure brief. We haven't done that yet. We'll do that next. Logbook QRHs are on board. Fuel. We need 15.7. We got 15.7 on board. All right. So for the departure brief, we try to wing this from memory. All right. So it's going to be a right seat takeoff aircraft types of 737-900 for tail strike avoidance. We have no MELs, no CDLs. Gusty winds will be a factor weather-wise. Terrain is not a factor. Going to be a 2-engine taxi. It's going to be quite short to runway 30 left. We'll plan to push out nose to the south and get Bravo to Alpha 1 or Alpha to Alpha 1. We've got no hot spots, no runways to cross. Standard abort procedures. Below 80 knots, be my decision to reject. We'll complete stop, set the park and brake, call the flight center stations and live situation, call for any actions or emergency evacuation checklist as required. Above 80 knots in the high speed regime, we're going to abort for engine fire, engine fail, low level wind shear, anything that makes the flight the aircraft unsafe for takeoff. If we pop an engine at B1, we're going to go flying. Engine fail procedures to fly straight out. We'll speed up, clean up, sort out the issue, come back to runway 30 left, and if we do need to come back, we will be over max landing weight. If all goes to plan, we're going to fly the Colt 7 departure up to 5,000 feet. And we are squawking 5741. Alright, let's see. No center tank fuel. Signs on. This whole dual bleed thing, that's That's what always eats my lunch. I always struggle with the daggum bleeds. Make sure that is disconnected. Release, release. Jet bridge pulled? Nope. We do that down here. I would imagine. Yeah, wrong button.
Sun Country 570, Gate Hotel Niner taxi via Delta, Whiskey, Charlie, Charlie 2.
Get out of here.
Delta 752, Minneapolis ground, pushback and engine start approved, face southeast.
Minneapolis ground, Delta 1004, ready for pushback and engine start.
Aircraft calling for pushback, say call sign.
Delta 1004.
Aircraft calling for pushback, say call sign.
Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, Minneapolis ground, pushback approved, face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast, Delta 1004. Alright, pushback checklist. Doors closed. Hydraulic panel set. Fuel panel set. Flight deck door closed and locked. Transponder is transponding. Stop messing with my damn FMS. GSX. Alright guys, so how's everybody doing on this lovely Friday afternoon? I am quite exhausted.
Delta 1471, Minneapolis ground.
Kind of thought about not
position
doing
for
this and
company
taking a nap
traffic. I'll call you
instead.
back.
I left work at 5:30 this morning, came home, took a nap, and then got up and got a haircut, had a hour-and-a-half long work meeting, and I was like, let's fly. I've been wanting to do this flight for the past little while, past couple of days. Have y'all noticed that we got wing walkers now?
Delta 752,
at
runway
that. We
tree
got wing
0
walkers.
left, taxi via
What's
Bravo,
up?
Alpha tree, Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1. Delta 1471, Minneapolis ground, pushback approved, face southeast. Delta 1698, Minneapolis ground, pushback and engine start approved, face west.
Alright, we're going to go nose to the right. Brakes released, clear to push. J Foot, my man, what's going on, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Delta 160 heavy, Minneapolis ground, pushback approved, face southwest. Delta 752, contact Minneapolis Tower 123.675.
$25, 2.58. And guys, disregard the double airplanes. That is PSXT, and what's this called? Beyond ATC also does its own
Delta
traffic protection.
1471.
So sometimes you'll
runway
see
tree
double
0
airplanes.
left taxi via Bravo, Alpha Tree, Alpha, Alpha
You have
1,
any
Whiskey
issues
1.
at work with the exploding rocket yesterday? Not really. The bigger issue that we
Delta
had.
1698, runway tree 0 left taxi
wow,
via
you can
Alpha
actually
Tree,
see
Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1.
Pushback tugs pushing them out. That must be beyond ATC. Huh.
Delta 1471, hold position for company traffic. I'll call you back.
Anyways, not really. Then we had some reroutes, but aside from that, nothing
Delta
too crazy.
1471, continue taxi.
Our bigger issue that we had was San Juan developed a pothole in the one
Delta
open runway they
160
had.
heavy, runway tree 0 left taxi via
So,
Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1.
And that I can't remember. Get that damn dual bleed off. All right. Parking brake set, cleared off headset, clear disconnect, be looking for the pin on the left side of the airplane. See you on the next go round.
Delta 1698, contact
So yeah, we had a couple
Minneapolis Tower 12,
flights divert to
3.675.
St. Thomas.
Have a good day.
That recovery was quite difficult and took a while. But oh shit. But that was about the only issue that we had. I would have loved to have seen that from the air. That's some wild footage. Alright, what's this feller gonna do?
Delta 1471, contact Minneapolis Tower 12, 3.675. Delta 160 Heavy, contact Minneapolis Tower 12, 3.675.
Nice, he's getting out of the way. Sweet. A lot of 330s out here. Alright, let's see. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right. Flight controls, checks complete. Alright, start checklist. Generators on, propelle's on, anti-ice. Let's go and get that on as well. Air conditioning panel is set, recall checked, and RTO is set. Rudder brakes
Delta
are
2102, Minneapolis ground.
Text checklist,
Pushback
flaps.
engine start approved. Face southeast.
Alright, flaps, we got 5, 5, 5, green light. This is where I hate head tracking. Takeoff speeds. V1's 140, VR's 141, V2's 148, thrust, TO2, stab trim 4.6 set, flight controls are checked. Taxi checklist is complete. Minneapolis ground, Delta 1004, ready to taxi, runway 30 left.
Aircraft calling for taxi instructions, say call sign.
Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, runway tree, 0 left taxi, via Bravo, Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1.
What? That's crossing the runway. Taxi runway 30 left via Bravo, Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1, Delta 1004. Whiskey 1 is on the other
Delta
side of 30 left.
2295, Minneapolis ground, pushback and engine start approved, face southwest.
Approaching 30 left.
Delta 2102, runway tree 0 left, taxi via Bravo, Alpha tree, Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1.
Alright, I'm not really good at this mini brief. Mini brief, departing out of Minneapolis, runway 30 left on the Colt 6 Dell transition, like 5,000 feet. V2's 148. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have the flow. I always forget the little flow on that.
Delta 2295, runway tree 0 left taxi via Delta, Bravo, Alpha, Alpha 1, Whiskey 1. Delta 2102, contact Minneapolis Tower 12, tree point 675, see you.
Before takeoff checklist, runway position, runway 30 left, confirmed outside and inside. Flaps, 5 green lights. Nav briefs complete, takeoff warning.
Delta 1004, contact
Check.
Minneapolis Tower 12, tree point 675, have a good day.
Over to tower on 23675, Delta 1004. Let's see. Takeoff warnings checked. Auto throttle's armed. Instrument switch is continuous. Transponder TRA. Flight attendants notified and acknowledged. Before takeoff is complete. Minneapolis Tower, Delta 1004, holding short, runway 30 left, ready for takeoff.
Delta 1004, runway 30 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, Delta 1004.
Approaching runway 30 left. Entered runway 30 left. 9,900 feet remaining.
Delta 1004, Minneapolis Tower. Wind 310 at 26, gusts 33. Our nav to taxi, runway 30 left. Cleared for
On
takeoff.
runway 30 left.
Our nav taxi, Delta 1004, clear runway 30 0 left. Check that one up a little bit.
Delta 2102, contact Minneapolis departure.
Now we'll get here more. Throttle hold,
Sun
thrust
Country
hold.
608, Minneapolis Tower, continue. Delta 2295, runway 30 left, line up and wait.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. Taxi, and you'll have 1,000.
Delta 2295, Minneapolis Tower, wind 310 at 26, gusts 33, are nav to Jedet, runway 30 left, cleared for takeoff. Delta 1004, contact Minneapolis departure.
Over to departure, Delta 1004. Departure, Delta 1004, climbing at 3,000, 5,000, cold 7.
Delta 1004, Minneapolis departure, good day, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 180.
I'm going to take level 180, Delta 1004.
Delta 160 Heavy, contact Minneapolis Center 12, 1.05. Delta 2295, Minneapolis departure, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 180.
Have takeoff checklist. Flaps up, landing gear up and off, packs are an auto, engine bleeds on, pressurization panel is checked, engine start switches are off, APU is off. Yeah, we are on the way, ladies and gentlemen. On the way, on the way. Delta has it down, flying at 20 knots. Must be full of hot air. That's funny. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. David Isaac, how's it going, my friend? All is good on this side. Cannot complain. What kind of tablet is that? It is an iPad. It is an iPad 12 point, or an iPad Pro 12.9 on a like little swing mount. Magyezi, how's it going, my dear? Welcome, welcome. Are you still in Iraq teaching English? Alright, let me see if I can find that link. Actually, I think Mike sent it to me in Discord.
Delta 1738, contact Minneapolis Center 128.6. Have a good day. Sun Country Tree 15, contact Minneapolis Center 118.85. Delta 1004, contact Minneapolis Center 133.7.
133.7 Delta 1004. Minneapolis Center Delta 1004, climb in flight level 16,000, flight level 180.
Delta 1004, Minneapolis Center. Good day. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70.
I maintain flight level 370 Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, contact Minneapolis Center 125.3.
Minneapolis Center 125.3 Delta 1004. Minneapolis Center Delta 1004, climb in 17,000, flight level 370.
Aircraft calling, say call sign.
Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, Minneapolis Center.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Standard. Climb checklist. Altimeters. Standard. Standard. Cross-checked. Captain Jack, that's interesting. Guys, so this will be later on tonight.
Delta 2677, contact Minneapolis Center 3365.
At 9
Take care.
p.m. Eastern Time. Here is the link. I'll be having a little podcast tonight with Captain Jack Flight Sim, Mickey Mike, CST Gaming, and Owls. Should be a good time. Again, don't know what we're going to talk about, but I know we're going to talk about Flight Sim, but aside from that, not sure what else we'll talk about. But with 5 flight simmers, I'm sure it's going to be quite entertaining. Oh man, but yeah, he's going to be there until 2027. Wow, that is a long time. So I guess it's safe to say you've like temporarily moved there.
Delta 1471. Contact Minneapolis Center 134.85. Have a good one. Delta 1004. Contact Minneapolis Center 134.85.
3485 for Delta 1004. Minneapolis Center, Delta 1004. Climb in flight level 240, flight level 370.
Delta 1004, Minneapolis Center, copy.
This link in my Discord so folks know that we're going to be going live. This off topic, but please did the fire stop in LA? Do you know anyone personally that was affected? Hugs to all Americans from me. Very sweet of you. So Callie Simmer, I'm not sure if she's still in the chat, but she lives in the Los Angeles area, hence the name Callie Simmer. The fires got somewhat close to her house, but she fared okay. Didn't have any issues. I have a cousin that lives in Santa Monica. The fire's got a couple miles from her house. So it's very close. She almost had to evacuate. But aside from that, I don't personally know anyone who is super negatively affected or like lost their house or anything. But definitely tragic for all those who did. There you go. Callie Summer says the fires are still going. At least the winds have gotten a little better though, right? Guess you gotta take whatever wind you can get in those kind of scenarios. Did anybody else get in on the WinWing, McDo, or FMSs?
Delta
Delta 1004, contact Minneapolis Center 128.6.
128.6 Delta 1004. Minneapolis Center Delta 1004. Climbing flight level tree 00, flight level tree 70.
Delta 1004, Minneapolis Center. Good day.
Yelling at me. Okay, that's good. So at least there's that. At least there's that. Take what you get, I guess.
United 572, contact Chicago Center 133.905.
So, I don't know if y'all are aware, and though many of y'all may not care too much about this airplane, but the Airsoft CRJ family aircraft, other than the 200, is currently getting an update. And it's not just rumor. Like, I've seen a little bit of footage of the update. It's a new EFB and cabin door opens. You got a whole cabin and stuff. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Delta 715, contact Chicago Center 133.3. Have a good day.
Project. Yeah, so I guess there's one developer that's actually made the CRJ and is working on the update. So it's going a little slow. It'll take a little time, but pretty stoked to hear that there's an update in the works for the Aerosoft CRJ, and looking forward to it. I had a good time flying that airplane last week. I checked FedEx just for giggles to see if label's created yet by WinWing.
Delta 1471, Minneapolis
I actually
Center.
almost texted you today to ask you if you checked the app. It kind of been funny, like, it'd been a butthole move, but if last night after we put in our WinWing orders, if we'd have turned around and messaged on Instagram like, hey, is it shipped yet? But yeah, you can hope. I'm gonna keep myself from looking just so that, you know, like, otherwise I'll just start like looking all the time and it'll start driving me nuts. So, super
Delta
stoked.
2102, Minneapolis Center, climb maintain flight level 350.
Josh said he sounded pissed. He did sound pissed. Sound like he was having a coronary. Captain Jack, how's it going, my friend? Good afternoon to you as well. Looking forward to having you aboard the virtual flight deck. Man, I am excited to join. It's going to be a great time.
Delta 1004,
Stand by.
contact Chicago Center 133.3.
Over to 133.3 for Delta 1004. Chicago Center, Delta 1004, climbing flight level 350, flight level 370.
Delta 1004, Chicago Center, copy.
Yeah, so initially for this little podcast style stream tonight, I know it's going to be me, you, and Mickey Mike. And then I came after I subbed to your channel, I came across the thumbnail, I think, earlier today, maybe this morning, and I saw that it's going to also be CST and Owls as well. And I was like, shit, man, I feel like It's like a job interview. It's like a whole panel. But man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Very much looking forward to it, and an early thank you for having me on board. So for those of y'all who have been in the loop on Macy, I don't know if y'all can see her. She's right there. So a couple weeks ago, I posted in the Discord that we were quite fearful that we were going to be putting her down. She had hurt the leg that already has bone cancer and broken portion of her femur. She hurt that leg, but I am extremely happy to say that she has made leaps and bounds in her recovery, far more than we ever expected to. In fact, today, Crystal calls me as I was on my way home to get a haircut.
Delta 715, Chicago Center. Amendment to your route. Advise ready to copy.
Oh wow, I did amend that route.
Delta 715, expect flight 7, runway 27 right.
To check on Mason, see how she was doing. She had, for the first time since she's hurt her leg,
contact
she
Chicago
climbed
Center,
up on the couch,
125.05.
sitting on the couch. She's wild. But yeah, like a week and a half ago, she couldn't stand, she couldn't walk, she couldn't potty standing up. She would literally have to lay in the dirt to go potty. And now she's getting up, she's walking around, she's pottying, standing up, and she's apparently climbing up in the couch.
United 572,
We're extremely
Chicago
happy
Center.
that she is she's doing a lot better and going to be hanging out with us for a little while longer. Although I might need to go get her some water, because her medicine makes her thirsty and she hasn't had any water since she's had her medicine. So I'll probably do that here in just a sec. Owls and CST, maybe EJ Davis and Major Mark. Okay, not familiar with those two guys. Should be a great time of discussion. We are super glad to have you aboard. And 7 p.m. tonight on your channel, Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Exactly, yes sir. Yep. So for all my followers, y'all know I'm on the Eastern side of the time frame. So join us at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And come hang out with a bunch of flight sim nerds as we talk about flight simming. And so for Captain Jack, and I'll send this to you as well, but since you're here, and it's, I guess, easier to say. So look, a little bit of a background on myself. I have been in the airline industry for 14 years. Here, like next, I think in March will be 14 years. Got my start on the ramp. Actually, more than a ramp. I was doing all the above and belowing functions for Delta Airlines, and then got my dispatch license. Dispatched at Trans-States Airlines for a couple years, and then went to my current company, Banana Land. I'll drop that hint. And I dispatched at Banana Land for 5 years, and then was a dispatch manager for 2.5, and now I'm an operations control manager. Been doing this for about 4 months now, and it's been a heck of a ride. It's a very, very interesting, as far as dispatch goes, very interesting career field. It's definitely the hidden gem of aviation. In fact, myself and two of my dispatchers last night, we were talking about how much this job is the hidden gem in the industry. So that's just a little bit about me, and definitely looking forward to talking more about it on the podcast, and we can deep dive dispatch more and what real life dispatchers do, and maybe how we handle things, whatever the case, and also how. And this is like one of my biggest things, is how flight sim contributes to being a dispatcher, or even a real life pilot. The different skills and things that you can refine to be better at your job. So I think we can have plenty to talk about just on that whole topic.
Delta 715, contact Chicago Center 133.905.
That is so awesome to hear about. I'm telling you, when all that was going down, I just had like this constant dread of just like, I just wanted to sleep and like and wake up to a better time. And it kind of like sucked coming home and having to see her like that. You know, it was just miserable. But I'm extremely, extremely happy that now I don't have to feel that way. Congrats on the 14 years. Kind of wish I had done that younger years. Sounds like a wonderful career. I'm sure you can be an inspiration to many younger. And that is my goal. That is the main reason why I stream.
Delta 1471,
share
Chicago
that.
Center.
That's a great thing for flight simulation to have opportunity to do. Is set good examples and point the future. Good on you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we could definitely talk more about it tonight. There's a lot more detail that I would love to go into. That's been the most fulfilling part of doing the flight sim streaming itself, is sharing, you know, my knowledge of flight dispatch in general, especially for people who, one, can't afford to be a pilot, or two, can't do it maybe for medical reasons. So dispatch is like, it's the perfect in between of like, you know, maybe like an office job, but at the same time being a pilot. So we get to ride in the jump seat, we get to see the cockpit, but our head hits the same pillow every night. We're not living out of a suitcase. So it's pretty awesome. And I think thus far, I've kind of quit counting, but as far as I know, I believe there's about 12 guys who have either seen other podcasts that I've been on, like I was on with Blue Games and XB72 a couple years ago, or, you know, just follows my channel. So I think roughly between that, it's about 12 guys that have become dispatchers and gotten airline, or not airline specifically, but dispatch jobs. Most
Delta
of which are airlines.
1004, Chicago Center, expect Rock City 2, runway 22 right.
We'll expect Rock City 2 arrival and runway 22 right for Delta 1004. It's a joy to be able to do what we love to do, 100%. I am that way with radio engineering. I'm an engineer with K-Love Radio. That is pretty dope. That is really cool. So I imagine that once we get to talking tonight, your radio voice is probably going to come out. But yeah, I mean, I am looking forward to it. It's going to be a really good time. Where are we at right now? So we're coming up on the Milwaukee area. Full screen this up. Big circle right here represents our glide distance. So if we were to lose both engines for whatever reason, we could reach wherever within this little range ring.
Delta 2266, contact Chicago Center 135.55. Have a good one.
That last song needs to come off.
Delta 1004, descend via Rock City. To arrival, Detroit Metro Wayne Co. Airport landing runway. 22 right, altimeter 2978.
Alright, we'll descend the Rock City 2 arrival. Altimeter 2978. And Detroit's landing runway 22 right. Delta 1004.
Delta 1004. Contact Chicago Center 135.55. Have a good day.
Over Chicago Center 3555 for Delta 1004. Chicago Center Delta 1004, flight level tree 70.
Delta 1004, Chicago Center. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Altimeter 2954.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Altimeter 2954 for Delta 1004. And they're starting us down way early. Like 100 miles from top of drop. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna pretend like they didn't say that. Because it is beyond ATC, so you know, it's probably a little jacked up. There's a song on my playlist, even though it's on a copyright-free playlist, it keeps popping me for copyright. So we have a little slice of restricted airspace, surface to 45,000 feet, that we are cutting right through. So that's cool. And we got a warning area. Gonna have to have a chat with our dispatcher, Mr. Jeff Cabana, routing us through restricted airspace, warning airspace. So been on-air guy on radio in the background, ham radio
Delta
operator.
1004. Contact Chicago Center 127.0. Have a good day.
127.0 Delta 1004. Center Delta 1004, flight level tree 70.
Delta 1004 did not copy.
Center Delta 1004, level 370.
Delta 1004, Chicago Center, roger.
It was a disc jockey for 35 years. Man, that is crazy. So, what kind of music, like what kind of radio station genre did you work at? While you reply to that, and before we start our descent, I am going to go grab some water from Macy. She's probably thirsty. And we'll jump back to it. So I'll be right back.
Delta 1004. Contact Chicago Center 125.1.
Contact Chicago Center 125.1, Delta 1004. Chicago Center, Delta 1004. Good afternoon, descending via Rock City to flight level 370.
Delta 1004, Chicago Center, roger.
JJ, my man, what's going on, dude? Top of the afternoon to you. How is it going? How is your Friday?
Delta 1004, contact Chicago Center 128.5.
Chicago Center 128.5, Delta 1004. Look at that. He gone. Almost got us. Good bros, hope yours is. It is. Cannot complain. I got off work at 5:30 in the morning, and then came home, took a nap, got a haircut. Then I went to a Cajun restaurant and got a 12 napkin roast beef po' boy. 12 napkin basically means it's got a lot of gravy and it's real messy, and a cup of gumbo, and drank a couple beers, and then came home and doing this. So cannot complain, man. Cannot complain. Did you pre-order / order the McDo? I ordered the McDo, the 737 FMS, and pre-ordered the 777. Only because the 777 is identical to the 757. So that way when Bluebird drops to 75, I'll have an FMS for it. Alrighty, let's set up for arrival real quick, and then we'll talk about it. I'm going to go flaps 30, 1195, 216. Hey, my man, Mr. Johnny Bravo. What's up, dude? See, Josh said when I was down there, I should have showed you how to connect your PS4 controller to your computer without having to use. I tried. My computer won't pick it up. I don't know if I got something up with the Bluetooth antenna, driver, something. Like it won't even connect to my wireless Bluetooth mouse. So I think something's up with it. But I've tried to over Bluetooth connect my controller. The global store had units for sale and not pre-order like the other stores, so I finally went through around 9:45 last night, but I couldn't pay until this morning. Yeah, so me and Callie Summer, we did the same. We spent about 2 hours took us about 10 minutes to get our units in the cart, and then after that we spent like 2 hours clicking the fucking PayPal over and over again. We both got hours to go through last night. We both did the global store as well. We've done the global store in the past on release nights, and it's never let us down, so we kind of just did it that way, and it worked out for us. But I'm so excited to get those things ready for them to come in. All right, guys, let's talk about the approach real fast. Okay, so we're coming in to Detroit, planning the ILS Zulu runway 22 right approach. It's chart 11-7, effective 30th of January 2020. Hello. Identifiers India, Juliet, Kilo, India. Frequency is 111.95. Final approach course is 216. Both of those are set. And it's at the glide slope at Gator, 2,000 feet. Decision height is 200 feet. Touching zone elevation 642. MSA around the Detroit area is 2,800 feet. If we go miss, we'll climb to 1,100 and climbing right turn to 4,000. Outbound on the DXO VOR radial 297 to don't. Intercept DME 15.5 off DXO and hold. Transition level is 18,000 feet. Standard 3-degree glide slope. Minimum is 200.5. Current weather. Winds 319, gusts 25, 10 statute miles, broken at 33.
Delta 2266.
Temperature is 0. Altimeter, dew point -6. Altimeter is 2954. So other than gusty winds, no issues with minimums or anything of that nature. For runway 22 right, we've got high intensity runway lights, centerline lights, Mauser approach lights, touchdown zone lights, PAPI on the right, with a 3-degree glide path on the PAPI, which coincides with the ILS glide slope. Runway's grooved, RVR's reporting, we've got 8,944 feet of usable runway from the threshold, or not threshold, from the glide slope, and it's 150 feet wide. When we land, we're going to jump off at Alpha 3, Alpha, Romeo, cross, 22 left, and we'll taxi to whatever gate we like. Let's do that. Bottom altitude is 6,000 feet. Set. Right seat landing aircraft type 737-900 for tail strike avoidance. No MELs, no CDLs, gusty winds, no terrain. Auto brake level 3, flaps 30, with a VREF of 137. We can run through this for shits and gigs. What's the ATIS saying? Dry 30. AC on, AI off. Blah, blah. 2976, but this says did something just say 2954? I think the METAR updated after I just read the METAR. Now the wind's 150 at 11, 10 statute miles. Temperature's 2, dew point -3, altimeter 2976. Unless I was accidentally reading Minneapolis, but I don't think so. Ah, damn it, I was. Yeah, I was reading Minneapolis' METAR. A noob. Landing distance 9,900 feet. That's a big discrepancy. discrepancy? I don't know. Hey, bud, cannot talk today. But hey, buddy, I gotta check out for today. See you tonight. Great stream. Love your show, wrong side. Appreciate it, Captain Jack. I will see you tonight and looking forward to it. Talk to you soon. Love seeing snow on the ground. So during the last pre-order event, when you ordered from Global, how long did it take to ship? Not long. A few days, if I remember correctly. And Callie Simmer might be able to speak into that as well. She got the FCU, I'm sorry, the EFIS panels on the pre-order event or whatever. And it didn't take us very long to get them. The only thing that sucks is, since it comes from China, you have to make sure you're home to sign for them. Otherwise, you got to go to the UPS store and go pick them up. Chicago Center Delta 1004, descending in the Rock City to flight level tree 230.
Aircraft calling, say call sign.
Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, Chicago Center, roger.
Roger.
Delta 1004, contact Cleveland Center 127.7.
Cleveland Center 127.7, Delta 1004. Cleveland Center Delta 1004, descending flight level 220 on Rock City to arrival.
Delta 1004, Cleveland Center.
Hell yeah, I was hoping to get my Scholarkey before the event to see if I wanted one or two. I actually thought about getting two. Fair, I put one on the other side of my little box, but I was like, you know what? Maybe later. Let me not. Like, I'm already getting 3 of them total, so let me just chill. Yeah, there you go. Just a few days. Ordered on the 8th, shipped on the 11th. My man, Wes on Wheels. I love that name. But good afternoon, my friend. How is your Friday evening going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. didn't hit submit order for a
Alaska
while.
281 Cleveland Center.
Yeah, mine did the same thing because the total was 129 for the unit, 284,000 for shipping. Yep, I think I even took pictures of mine. 'Cause mine did that too. I sent them a message in Discord or Instagram, and then shortly after they were like, "Hey, refresh." But by then I'd already refreshed and it corrected itself. But the same thing happened with the EFIS too.
Delta 1004. Contact Cleveland Center 126.75. Have a good afternoon.
126.75. You have a good afternoon as well, Delta 1004. Cleveland Center, Delta 1004, descending flight level 180 on the Rock City 2 arrival.
Delta 1004, Cleveland Center, roger.
Yeah, PayPal might have balked at $284,000 amount. Yeah, the same thing happened with the EFIS, except it wasn't like $283,000. It was like a few $100s. Awesome, awesome, Wes. Glad your day is going good. Have you gotten any good simming in lately, motherfucker? 2976 was it? Yeah, 2976. Cross-checked. All right, let's see. Descent checklist, altimeters, 2976 cross-checked minimums. Forgot to do that part. Radio 200 is set. Landing data, flaps 30, VREF of 133. Approach briefs complete. Auto brakes level 3. Seatbelt sign is on. Pressurization panel set. Recall. Checked. Descent checklist is complete. And we can also get those fixed lights on. Yeah. Let's see, when I added 2, it was a little bit over $500,000. I figured I'd just buy real life Cockpit for that price, dude. No shit. You could probably get, no, you still couldn't get a level D for that. Which is sad. See, Wes said, couldn't get the website to work until 11:30 Central. Damn, really? That's wild. Like, the website was definitely pretty fucked last night, but after a couple hours, it was slow, but it was fine. It was loading, no problem. But I had to submit 3 separate orders. My first order timed out. My second order managed to get it successfully paid, but then they went and extended everybody's orders because a lot of people's were timed out, so they extended it from 15 minutes to 24 hours. So when they did that, it automatically canceled that one. So now I had to go and submit a third order, and everything was fine. My man
Delta
Jake
1004.
Queen's in the house.
Contact Detroit approach 124.05.
2405 Delta 1004.
Destination ATIS is 133.675.
133675.
Thousand broken. Temperature 02. Dew point -03. Altimeter 2976.
Class Bravo below and 10
VFR
point.
conditions. Landing runway 21 left. 22 right. 27 left. Departing runway 21 right. 22 left. 27 right. Advise on initial contact, you have information Zulu.
Who? Information Zulu? Cleveland Center Delta 1004 descending 1000 Rock City 2 information Zulu.
Aircraft calling, request not understood.
Oh, that's right. Why did it?
Landing runway 21 left, 22 right, 27 left. Departing runway 21.
Detroit approach, Delta 1004, descending flight level 1000 on the Rock City 2 arrival with information Zulu.
Delta 1004, Detroit approach, altimeter 2976, expect a visual approach. Runway 22 right.
Altimeter 2976, we'll expect the visual approach, runway 22 right, Delta 1004. Holy traffic, although I do have it where it shows all targets.
Spirit Wings 2090, contact Metro Tower 1
I
tree
could get 5-star
5.0.
Full Cockpit Pro Series. Yeah, you could. And you could loan one to me. J Queen, what are we ordering? We ordered, so last night WinWing released the A320 McDo. That should be it. The A320 McDo, the 737 FMS, 777 FMS, and 747 FMS. So I don't know about everybody else, but I got the 777 only because it is identical to the 75, and that will be for the Bluebird, and then the 737 and the A320. Alright, we are below sterile, so we'll get that music off. And approach checklist, flight nav instruments are verified. Cabin notifications complete. Altimeters 2976 cross chat.
American 1026, airport is at your 12 o'clock 15 miles.
I just thought we
Report
crashed
field
yet
in
another.
sight.
I mean, it was.
American 1026, cleared visual approach runway
They had
22
timers.
right.
Why are we frozen? Hopefully it's just loading shit in. They had timers on the website next to like the unit, and it would say like, you know, it was a countdown timer. And as soon as that bitch hit 0, I had 3 separate windows opened for each product and refreshed them all, and every one of them 502 bad gateway. McDo's FMS is from WinWing. This is not financial advice, but if any of y'all, hang on. There must be a cat sitting out in front of the door because the dog's barking at him. So this is not financial advice, but if any of y'all dabble with investing, especially crypto,
American 1026, contact Metro
jump
Tower
on the
1
Ripple
5.0.
token before it explodes. I don't have any crypto. Actually, I don't do any investing. I'm not smart enough for investing, and I'm also not awake when the stock market's open. I wish I was smart and could do
Delta
that.
1004, leave valley heading 175. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 22 right.
Leave valley at heading 175. Expect radar vectors runway 22 right. Visual runway 22 right. Delta 1004. Alright, here comes Valley.
1004, turn right, heading 150, vectors for the approach.
Right turn heading 150, vectors for the approach, Delta 1004. Jet dispatcher.
Delta 1004, turn right, heading 175, intercept the 22 right localizer, descend, maintain 3,100 feet, altimeter 2976.
Right turn heading 175, intercept 22 right localizer, descend, maintain 3,100 feet, and altimeter 2976, Delta 1004. Let's see. You have a strong northeastern Louisiana accent. Dead on. I am from Monroe, Louisiana. It's not as strong as it used to be, but it's still there. Welcome aboard, my friend. Let's see. Is that the one with the interchanging faceplates? No, sir. These are 3 separate full units. And you can get 3 of them for probably about the same price. Maybe it's a little bit more than if you got that one with the interchangeable faceplates. And I got to play around with them at Flight Sim Expo. They are really fucking nice, let me tell you. Come on, man, give me... There we go. Not smart. Yeah, says the guy who's running ops for an airline. Like the guy from Big Jet says, stop it. Okay, when I say not smart, I mean outside of aviation. Because after, like, once you get outside of aviation...
1004, airport is at your 1 o'clock 15 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight, Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, cleared visual approach runway 22 right.
Clear for the visual approach runway 22 right, Delta 1004. You should hear him sing. Old son, let's go. I was singing me a little song last night, and I was like, you know, that didn't sound too bad. I was singing a song called Leather by Cody Johnson. Real good song. Leather and The Fall. If y'all like country music, highly suggest those songs. Alright, guys, I'm going to focus on the approach. I will see y'all on the ground in Detroit, hopefully. It is quite windy.
Delta 1004, contact Metro Tower 1, tree 5.0. See you.
35.0, we'll see you, Delta 1004. Detroit Tower, Delta 1004, visual, runway 22 right.
Delta 1004, Metro Tower, wind 155 at 11, runway 22 right, cleared to land.
22 right, clear to land, Delta 1004. Alright, flaps 30, landing checklist, landing gear, down, flaps, 30-30 green, speed brakes, armed, in-start switches, continuous, landing checklist is complete. You usually have a hard time slowing this airplane down, but man, we really slowed it down. Light speed. Hey to you as well, my friend. How's it going? I was gonna say, I bet you got Cody Johnson vibes, dude. Kojo is one of my favorites. Love some Cody Johnson. Zach Bryan, I like Zach Bryan, but from as far as me singing and covering his songs, not a chance. Trey Lewis, I recognize that name. I don't remember where he sings. Oh, do call him Baton Rouge. Shit, man, that's... I don't know how to play it on the guitar. I've tried learning it, but I don't think I could remember it. That's a fun song to play, though. Well, I got me a pretty sweet mic now. I'll have to bring it next time. All right, sounds good. All right, here we go, guys.
Approaching 2-2 right.
.20 quartering crosswind from the left side. Little high, correcting.
300, approaching minimums. Minimums.
Ooh, Lord.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Uh-oh.
10.
Dadgummit. Go around flaps. Detroit Tower, Delta 1004, going around, remain 22 right. Osprey, you're up.
Aircraft declaring go round, say call sign.
Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, roger. Fly runway heading, maintain 4,700.
Runway heading 4,700, Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, contact Detroit approach 124.05.
2405, Delta 1004. Detroit approach, Delta 1004, back with you, went missed, runway 22 right.
Aircraft calling, say call sign.
Delta 1004.
Aircraft calling, say call sign.
Bitch. Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, welcome back. Continue.
Continue, Delta 1004. Why am I not getting heading?
Delta 1004, turn right, heading 2905.
Right turn heading 2905, Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, turn right, heading tree 15.
Right turn heading tree 15, Delta 1004. Whoops. Bring it on back now. There we go. Had to cycle. All right. I got busy.
Delta 1004, turn right, heading 035. Expect further clearance in about 22 miles.
Right turn heading 035, Delta 1004. I jacked that one up. That was fucking terrible. Yanking way too hard on the yoke. That's alright, we're looking pretty good on the gas. Alright, I have takeoff checklist. Flaps are up. Landing gears up and off. Packs, auto, engine bleeds on. Pressurization panel set. Engine start switches are off and APU's off. By the way, I finally made my first VATSIM flight the other day. Another last night. One in the Phoenix 321 and the other in the M500. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. How'd you do? That's so great, JJ. Hope you get there at some point. I gotta get over my terror. Now, something I would suggest is when you go to file your flight plan, like if you want them to know you're new, in the remarks section put like first VATSIM flight, something like that. That way, like they'll see the remark in the flight plan and already know, and they'll probably like be even cooler with you. Since I'm sitting on some United E-credits now, what about E-credits? Oh, like coming down, bringing your microphone. Oh, unfortunately, it's been on Unicom and CTAF, but it's a start getting used to paying attention. Dude, I tell you, if you get like beyond ATC or say intentions, like that shit will definitely prepare you for VATSIM. You'll kind of know what to expect. The only time I tried to make VATSIM flight was that group flight we did, and it wasn't coming. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's and that was really weird. Go around, yeah, we did. Oh, your fucking faces. Yes, she did. She screamed right at me. Very feisty. Listen here, twat. You're not supposed to yank at that. I know, you some bitch. I did. I think it costed me, Chemtrails, Marco, and Zippy a tower. He saw 4 turboprops on approach and 2 newbies and said nope. That's funny. Have both. Using say intentions more now. Gotcha. I haven't gotten say intentions. This one's
Delta 1004, turn right, heading 105.
Right turn heading 105, Delta 1004. This one, to me, I've only heard a little bit of say intentions. This one sounds a little better. Could be wrong. But they're going to be coming out with an update soon, too.
Delta 1004, turn right, heading 175, descend and maintain 3,900 feet.
Right turn heading 175, descend and maintain 3,900 feet for Delta 1004.
Negative, descend and maintain 3,900 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,900 feet. Open your fucking ears, Delta 1004. But they're coming out with an update where this one where you can like talk to the controller and not
Delta
just
1004, airport is at your 2 o'clock 17 miles. Report the field in sight.
field in sight, Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, cleared visual approach runway 22 right.
Clear visual approach runway 22 right, Delta 1004. But you're not just like reading back like this. Like you can actually talk to your controller and be like, "Good afternoon, climbing 370," and it'll be good at, like it'll respond to you. You can ask it all sorts of shit about your flight, about the airplane at the gate next to you, like what airplane is that? Where are they going? Blah blah blah. Like, you can talk to it, like converse with it instead of just do this, which I think would be pretty damn cool. All right, let's try this shit again. I'm gonna keep the speed up a little more this time. For Loke. $11-mile final. Watch some center controller stream can be super helpful as well. Yeah, absolutely. We were flying into Lima. Oh, okay, nice. We fly into Lima in real life. Say intentions is better to me, just missing traffic injection. Gotcha. Beyond ATC finally has traffic injection. That's one little perk to it. You're wrong, but hopefully the new update fixes that. Feels more organic, less on rails. Gotcha. Like I said, I haven't messed with it. I've watched others like stream with it. It just didn't sound as good to me. But then again, I haven't watched a whole lot of it. We got traffic off to our right side.
Delta 1004, contact Metro Tower 135.0. Take care.
135.0, Delta 1004. Detroit Tower, Delta 1004, visual approach 22 right.
Delta 1004, Metro Tower. Wind 155 at 11. Runway 22, right cleared to land.
22 right, clear to land, Delta 1004. But then when it does shit like that, 22 right. Like, it's okay. Sounds a little shitty. 7 mile final. Let's try this shit again. Alright, flaps 30 landing checklist. Landing gear down, flaps 30 green lights. Speed brake armed. Start switches continuous. Landing checklist is complete. I get another little freeze. Restarting flight control replay. Kill these lights. It's a little dark. And what Porter, what Johnny said. Oh, Johnny Bravo. Buckle up, boys. Oh, John, you funny. But for real, probably should buckle up.
Approaching 22 right.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Huh. Well, we planted that sucker. I was like, no, we ain't going around again.
Delta 1004, exit left at Alpha 3.
Don't tell me what to do.
5,000
Left at Alpha
feet
3, Delta
remaining.
1004.
Delta 1004, contact ground 121.8.
121.8, Delta 1004. Detroit ground, Delta 1004, request taxi to the gate. I don't know what gate.
Delta 1004, welcome to Detroit Metro Wayne Co. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Any gate is fine. Delta 1004.
Delta 1004, gate Alpha 76 taxi via Romeo, hold short runway 22 left.
Gate Alpha 76, taxi via Romeo, hold short runway 22 left. Delta 1004.
Delta 673, runway 22 left taxi via Echo 7 Echo Kilo Yankee 10. Delta 489, Metro ground, pushback approved, face southwest. Delta 673, contact Metro Tower 135.0.
Approaching 04 right.
Delta 1004, cross runway 22 left at Romeo. Continue taxi via Romeo Kilo Uniform 9er.
Jesus. Cross runway 22 left at Romeo. Continue taxi via Romeo Kilo Uniform 9er. Delta 1004. Damn it to hell.
American 1358, Metro ground, pushback and engine start approved, face north. Delta 489, runway 22 left taxi via Juliet 8, Juliet Uniform 9er, Bravo Hotel, Kilo Echo
Crab
Yankee
for the
10.
win, yes sir.
Short runway 27 right.
Definitely need to get my whistle back warmed up in this airplane. That was kinda awful. Got some bananas off in the distance. why the 350 is sexy. Speaking of 350, who's excited for the Any Builds A350? I honestly think I would take the Bluebird 7.5 over it, but it'll be cool to get. Alpha 76.
American 1358, runway 22 left taxi via Echo Kilo Yankee 10. American 1358, contact Metro Tower 135.0. Have a good one.
I guess my marshaller's... Oh, my marshaller's in the tug. Alright. Brake set. AP on the bus. Dance, bitch. The hell with you. He said, nah, I ain't dancing. This ain't the strip club.
Delta 489, cross runway 27 right at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo Hotel Kilo Echo Yankee 10.
Whew, man, let me tell you, I'm tired. I still gotta stay up several more hours for this other stream. Stop recording. Alright, let's see how rough that landing was. Whew, negative 269. It's definitely not gonna be a pretty landing. So the first thing we can watch will be the go around and our yanked stank, and then we'll watch the landing. Basically 270. Yeesh. Missed my Airbus. man, sometimes, you know, you just kind of sit back and look at the sim. Just like, damn. Good looking sim. Although I do think, where's the damn tug at? This dude's just putting invisible bags or on invisible carts. I do think 24 looks a little bit better. I like the seasons. I think the trees obviously look better. Ground poly looks better. There's a lot of pros. There's a lot of cons too. Haven't really flown much more of the career stuff. He's got carts, but cart ain't nowhere in the right spot. Yep, popping up over here in the wrong spot. I don't know where this guy's cart's at though. See, imagine like this airport in walk around mode. If you can get, I do think this is something that senior developers should give a little attention to. If you have like these stairs on the jetway, right, and they come all the way to the ground, and that they're hard or whatever, where you can go into walk around mode and walk up the stairs of the jet bridge and then walk up the jet bridge into the airport. I think that's missing. It is really cool, like GSX, you can walk up GSX stairs onto your airplane. We just need that, but for the airport. It'd be like, think about it, it'd be pretty cool to like get up in the airport and, you know, like get dropped off from the hotel shuttle, walk to your gate, you know, you can get like a little immersive with it. Like I watched a little stream of Owls and he did something similar to that and it looked pretty damn cool. All these people got snow on their heads. Oh man, starting to struggle. Weak ass CFMs. That's sexy. 350 down there. Oh, I think his cart showed up. Alright. We'll reset position. Come back inside, we'll shut all the doors. Alright, let's see how ugly this go around was. We're going to ignore her. She don't know what she's talking about.
Approaching 2, right. Unstable. Unstable.
Oh yeah, look at that yank. Yeah.
Long landing. Long landing.
No shit, Sherlock. Frames are going to the turd. God, man, what is up with the fucking frames? Frames have gone to absolute asshole shit. That didn't help. Alright, we're going to load the actual landing. Now that we've watched a little bit of go around.
Too fast. Too fast. Approaching 2, right. Unstable. Unstable.
I mean, we may not be able to watch this shit. It's so... Now that's smoother.
Too low, terrain.
Nah.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
I don't know, something shit the bed.
Terrain. Too low, terrain.
Laggy. Bad. Well, guys, this is gonna be it. I can't even watch this shit. Something with the sound's done. Shit to bed. But anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for coming to hang out. As always, greatly appreciate the company. It's always so much fun to sit here and hang out with you guys, especially after being away for a solid week. Don't forget tonight, if you're not doing anything, in about 2.5 hours at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be going live with 4 to 6 other streamers, and we'll be discussing all things flight sim, probably talk some dispatch and that kind of stuff. So it should be a good time. We'll put the link in the Discord, and I hope I will see y'all there. But as always, guys, until next time, be good at it, keep it on the wrong side, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.